Picture this. You wake up on July 1st and jump out of bed because today is the day. Artfight 2024 has begun. You've never been so motivated to draw in your life. The rest of the year you struggle to hold a pen, but now you are a god of creation. You open up your browser to select your first victim of the day, click on the Artfight website and it doesn't load. End of the video. Just kidding, you're not getting rid of me that easily. So, I'm assuming most of you have already heard of Artfight by now. Personally, I've been spammed by videos explaining what it is by at least 10 people. But in case you live in a corner of the internet secluded from artists, Artfight is basically an event with a website where you can upload your characters and have other people draw them during the month of July, which is called an attack. Everyone joins one of two teams. This year it was Stardust, aka the better team, and Seafoam. And when you attack someone, you get points based on your drawing. More details later, because I'm gonna be taking you on a journey through my personal Artfight experience this year and show you the artworks I made as well as the artworks I received. Let's get cooking. Before July began, I was impatiently waiting for Artfight to start because I had finished recent projects and didn't want to start anything big right before Artfight, since I not only wanted to draw as much as possible, but also document the process for this very video. I did already pick my first victims and download the reference sheets beforehand, because anyone who has participated in Artfight a single time knows that the website dies and stays crying on the floor for the first couple days. Though, to be honest, the website did a lot better this year compared to 2023, so I guess the money they got finally went into maintenance. My strategy this year, or I guess priority list, was to attack some artists whose art I really love but who I'm not necessarily mutuals with or who I don't know personally, first, to increase my chances of getting a revenge. A revenge is just when an artist you drew art for then draws one of your characters as well. Of course, when you attack someone, you should never expect the revenge, and that's also not the only reason I wanted to attack them. I also just really love their characters, and some of them I've already been wanting to attack in 2023. This year, I also wrote in my Artfight bio that I will try to do some revenges, but that nobody should attack me for the revenge specifically. But yeah, by attacking those artists first, I thought I could increase my chances of getting a drawing back, since at the very beginning of July, most people haven't received that much art yet and are also still motivated to make art. The first character I drew was Zakuro by Fleshkitty. If you've seen literally any of my OC art, you're probably like, yeah, that's Willcore as hell. And honestly, true. He's an edgy OP demon man and he's purple, like, was he made so I could draw him? He reminded me of my own OC Aster, who I absolutely spoil, so yeah, this character is also getting special treatment. I had a cool pose in mind to show off the big spiky cuffs he has on his wrists, so I took some reference pictures of myself doing that pose. Honestly, for Artfight, I don't want to spend 50 years trying to figure out anatomy, so I often go with reference pictures because it just saves me time and energy. He also has these big chains on the cuffs, which are great for spicing up the composition and also amazing at making me go freaking crazy, bro. Like, sure, I could have gone with a chain brush, but that would have made them look flat as hell, and since they're one of the main focal points of this artwork, I kinda had no other choice than to properly draw them out. So I tried just drawing in the silhouette, which worked okay, but not great, and then committed to fully drawing the chains. And while it took time and a lot of my sanity, which I do not have, it paid off because now they actually look like 3D objects in space. This was the draw the box in perspective exercise, but on crack, I swear. Anyways, I slapped on the flat colors, shaded them a little bit, and put some hard light layers on top for the lighting. I kept it very purple because what I assume are his flame powers are also purple, and I wanted to draw them around him later. I also stuck closely to the lighting from the rough picture I took, because at that point I was already like 6 hours in, I believe. And in the meantime, I got my first attack by Moth, who drew my character Doll. She looks so good. Moth is literally crazy. He pumped out like 8 attacks day 1. 8! Back to my artwork though. I spent ages rendering the metal cuffs to make them look reflective, and I actually love how they turned out. And then I did the background and finishing touches. Fun fact, when you attack a person that's on the same team as you, you get less points for your attack. Meaning I was already mentally preparing to get like 10 points in total for this. By the time I went to upload this, I already got 4 more attacks. Like, damn, I feel very honored. T-Darling, Vosito Art, and Burden here all drew Aster and they turned out so cool. Thank you so much. And Alida underscore drew Dr. Darcy, which also looks so good. And this was on day 2, like, I already knew my revenge ratio was gonna be bad, but damn. I then went to run my own artwork through AI protection software before posting it. If you guys want to know more about what I do to protect my art style from getting copied by AI, I either already have a video on that topic on my channel, or it will be the next video after this one, so stay tuned. Then I finally uploaded the attack, and lo and behold, it got a grand total of 14 points. Let's go. Please buff Friendly Fire, this is so painful. For those of you who don't know, Friendly Fire only gets you 20% of the points you would normally have gotten. So if I attacked someone on the opposite team with this, I would have been at 70 points. But oh well. My second target was Luckycessy's Fursona. While I'm not super skilled at drawing furries, I felt that their Fursona didn't have a too complicated face, and I liked their look a lot. Spoilers, I actually kinda got it wrong. They were supposed to have a more goat-like muzzle, but they can shift between forms, so the way I did it was fine in the end. I also had a pose in mind for them, so I took another reference picture of myself and went to sketching. I wanted them to have their glasses on but look over the edge of the rim at the viewer. Judgingly, of course. Honestly, it took a bit of trial and error to get the face to look right, especially with the big horns and ears, but I managed to make it work out. Then I did line art, this time thinner and more detailed because I didn't want to do as much rendering, so I at least wanted the line art to be more crisp. And of course, as I worked on this, I got some more attacks. Kitten Queer, iconic nickname by the way, drew Aster on a throne, which is very funny because for some reason I always draw Aster on thrones too. And then Cerise XO drew Dr. Darcy, and I love how they draw Darcy's face. It looks so cute but unhinged at the same time. Realia YX also drew Darcy. It seems like you guys have favorite children too. Not surprising though, given that Aster and Darcy have a whole video dedicated to them on my channel. Thank you guys so much. Now back to the goat creature. I put on the flat colors and did the shading, trying not to go too crazy and keep it relatively simple. I did pay special attention to the fur and hair though, probably because I love shading purple. I think the fur on her ear especially turned out super cool. I added a window reflection to her glasses and blue rim light to make her pop more. And then I had the idea to make another Instagram story asking you guys to guess how many points this drawing would get, and whoever got the number right first would get an attack from me. Some of you were very optimistic. In the end, Vosito Art, whose Aster drawing you saw earlier, got the closest with a guess of 8. Yeah, this drawing got a whole 7.75 points. Woohoo! I'm absolutely carrying Team Stardust, guys. I've gotten us so many points with my friendly fire attacks. Can you guys guess if this next attack is friendly fire or not? I'll give you a moment. It is friendly fire again. If Stardust loses, it's basically my fault at this point. But also I hate that friendly fire gets so much fewer points just so that people are incentivized to attack the other team. It's just kinda dumb in my opinion. Like, at least make friendly fire give 50 to 70% of the points instead of just 20. Honestly, it could also give 100% of the points, then the team who attacks more overall would win and not the team who does less friendly fire. I will have beef over this, for real. It's not my fault everyone I want to attack is on my team. Anyways, next character. This is Sam Faulkner belonging to Hirochuu. Originally, I was gonna draw another one of the characters who I had bookmarked since last year, but then I saw this guy and I was like, alright, I need to draw him instead. He is a murderous but charming man who likes gardening, and he uses gardening tools as weapons. So, like any normal person, I instantly knew which tool I would give him. I honestly didn't like it much all the way through the line art, and I was also struggling with my brush for some reason. I think it might have been because my Procreate pressure curve reset, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I don't want to spend 5 billion years on this one again, so I tried to just push through, not care about all the small things that bothered me, and move on to the colors. During the time I made this, I got even more attacks by Lord of Crabs, Vince with Stars, banger art style by the way, Tori Mast, Boogeyman, Finding the Key, Astraliver, and Bill Hurt. Thank you guys so much. Back to my attack. I didn't do anything crazy with the shading, just the bare minimum to be honest, but it did work out pretty well. Of course, I had to add some blood to the tool though. Then I added in a background because I am a stupid perfectionist. I tried to keep it simple with a checkered floor and some rose bushes, and a big rose in the top right corner. I put some blood on that rose as well as on the floor below the bushes, mostly hidden, just for the unhinged vibe. Here's all of the drawings in their full glory. Now, I did a lot more attacks, but I didn't want this video to get too long, so I decided to split it up into 2 videos. The next one will hopefully be up in a week or 2, but I might have to swap it around with another video. We will see. If you guys enjoy watching me draw, you might also like this video where I draw people's OCs but evil. If you're interested in commissioning me in the future, the best way to get notified is over my Discord server. Thank you guys so much for watching. Special thanks to my awesome Patreons. Will out.